Ba-dum, ba-dum. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios. App like you got some sense. On a Thursday morning, they calling for storms in the area. 68's gonna be the high today. So if you gotta take your pets out, get them out early while it's nice and dry, and then get them back inside to duck the storms. Luca Doncic, he got ejected from the OKC game, and there is no outrage. Find out why we think that his ejection was justified. Also, we'll talk Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets, they fired the head coach and the general manager 3 days before the playoffs. Does this make any sense to anybody? The FCS is getting a new college football program in the vision of Chicago State. Chicago State is now a thing, and they are launching their football program in 2026. Find out what we think about that. These stories and many more when we come back from a quick 20 from a rap album. It's your boy Big Vern. It's your boy Big Vern. Yo, shout out to Biz Marquee. We pushing another rap album this month. Jim Jones at the church steps. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is going to be Genesis, Walking on Business, featuring Keenan Streets and Conway the Machine, Op Thought with Fabulous and Drama, B2R, Back in My Bag, and What's Going On, featuring Dave East. Jim Jones at the church steps, in stores now. Yeah, shout out to Joe Mo. I thought the project was jumping. Just a couple of things, man. This whole Luca thing, I don't know. It got me scratching my head, man. Because Luca's a good player. I ain't gonna hold you. Homeboy, he do his things. It's slow. He ain't the swiftest of guys. He's not the, fleetest of feet out there, but all his love is just sickening. It was just like in the OKC game. You talking trash to a player, and then you start talking trash to a referee. And then when you get hit with a technical, now it's the acting like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. Come on, man. You are picked up on a hot mic saying some choice words. Now, trash talk is all part of the game. If you're going to trash talk somebody, you better be ready to back it up. So I got no problem with Luca talking trash. The problem I had with the whole situation is the plea for innocence. Like, how could you be calling this on me? Come on, man. Let that go. And it's just indicative of the Lakers. Every time it looks like a questionable call or something's going to go against them, now, for whatever reason, you go ahead and you get these little touch fouls against them. It's like, what? No, that's not a thing. That's not a thing. Even last night, when he went back to Dallas, and every 5 seconds, they kept putting the camera on his face. And he got all teary-eyed. They was like, oh, Luca love, let's glaze some more. I'm like, dude, this is just disgusting. Even JJ Redick, for all of his flaws and everything wrong with JJ Redick, he made a statement that was very true. And it spoke indicative of a team and where he wanted the media to focus. But like I say, we'll talk about that when we get back on the other side of the content. It's your boy Big Vern. Give me a beat. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios. New rap album out on the streets. Benny the Butch and 38 Special. Stabbed and Shot 2. In stores now. The deluxe edition. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it's Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. The 1st of April is crazy. Throwaway Music 2, Who Really the King, Center Stage, Brick Specials, Jesus Arms, Bad Guy, and many more. Benny the Butch and 38 Special, Stabbed and Shot 2, in stores now. And shout out to Benny the Butch Butcher coming. Shout out to 38 Special. Like I say, I thought it was a dope project. But before I left off on the other side of the content, I was just saying, what did JJ Redick try to make the media focus on? And it was a team effort, because he said LeBron isn't going to beat the Mavs. Luca isn't going to beat the Mavs. The Lakers as a team is going to beat the Mavs tonight. And that has to be the mindset. But you cannot stop ESPN from glazing Luca Doncic. I'm just like, come on, man. Luca Doncic, for whatever it's worth. And I know people looking at me like, oh, you're supposed to say Doncic. Man, fuck them. You know how many times they purposely mess up black people's name in the media to disrespect us? So I'm going to just say how I think it sounds and how it looks to me in this country. And I'm not respective of either or. So I'm not going to play those little games. But this dude, he is a good player. Don't get me wrong. But the glazing just has to stop. I even heard on a podcast, someone tried to say that Luca and all of these guys now were better than Scottie Pippen. And the disrespect of Scottie Pippen is baffling to me. If you think that Scottie Pippen was just a secondary role player, something's wrong with you. Because if you compare, you can't look at him and Jordan side by side. Michael Jordan was in the zone. He was doing anything he wanted to do. Michael Jordan didn't win anything until Scottie Pippen actually got traded to Chicago. Because remember, the Bulls didn't want Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen was traded in his rookie year. That's the kiss of death. That has never happened. They went after Horace Grant. Y'all don't know y'all research. Y'all don't know basketball. So that's when I look at people, and as soon as they say moronic stuff, like comparing a 7-time NBA champion, 6-time NBA champion, then you got a guy with multiple all-defensive NBA accomplishments. He went to the Western Conference Finals and the Eastern Conference Finals without Michael Jordan. And Jordan, without Scottie Pippen, couldn't get out of the second round of the Eastern Conference. So what are we really talking about here? The disrespect of Scottie Pippen is lost on me by Michael Jordan sycophants. But that's another conversation. To put this guy in that kind of conversation, Luca is a gifted scorer, but he cannot guard the chair I'm sitting in. He has poor lateral movement. And yes, he can score the ball. So if you want to say that he's a gifted scorer, okay. But to put him in the conversation as someone as dynamic who changed the game, if you really want to know who was the first point forward in the NBA, it's Scottie Pippen. At 6'8", he can move like a guard? Nah. Do your research. Luca barely has side-to-side movement. And he's going to line you up for a three. He drives slow, he pulls back, but the way that the media is acting, they act like this dude is Dr. J incarnate. They act like this dude is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And it's building up an animosity for people who aren't LA fans, because now we want to see them lose. And it's not his fault, because Luca's not like, put the cameras on me, put the cameras on me. The media is making you sick of LA. Every 5 seconds, there's a useless Luca fact that they try to go ahead and put out there. Oh, Luca, he starts tying his shoes left-handed and he finishes with the right. Who gives a shit? He doesn't block shots. He can't pick anybody up in 94 feet. Well, so what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Anyway, like I said, I'm not an LA fan. I don't hate the Lakers, but I'm not an LA fan. but I can barely watch the games. I have to turn down the commentary because every 5 minutes they want to talk about Luca. Okay, we get it. We get it. At some point, you all can't control the narrative forever. And if you say these are deficiencies in his game, that's fair, because Luca will tell you he is not the most defensive dominant guy out there. But they didn't bring him there for defense. They bought him there to shoot. So is he a gifted shooter, a gifted scorer? Yes. As you heard me say, he can play. But to the level of which the media is falling all over themselves to give each other a circle jerk to talk about this guy and bring every conversation back to a Luca base, it's getting despicable and disgusting. Like I said, I could go on and on and on about the leg injuries and even being injury prone and him actually moving from Dallas, and the reason because hell, they traded him when he was hurt. He looked out of shape when he made it to the finals. Even when he was playing in the Western Conference the Western Conference Finals against the Golden State Warriors, the last time that the Warriors won the championship, he looked slow. He looked old and fat. And he's a young man. But yeah, let me guess. That criticism is reserved for guys like Zion. Okay. All right. I'll bite. Anyway, if you're tired of the Luca coverage just like me, get in the comments. Let me know what you think. It's your boy, Big Bird. Again, if you are listening to this pod, get in the comments. Let us know that we get it right. What did we leave out? This is Big Vern. We talk back. We'll be back.